Hello, Mclaren. Okay, so obviously in RedBull now, Elite, kind of sad. But oh well, is what it is. So I thought, so I said that I'd still keep making it for you. So here it is. Um, Coming out the last corner, basically it's incredibly easy to invalidate here on the curb on the left. So just don't run over it. Obviously, trying to maximise the apex speed. This, what I just did there, obviously not the best way to do it. You're trying to get a smooth traction through the corner. Try not to use any of this because it will just slow you down. There's no need to. Then obviously it's a very long run down to the first corner. Think about life, contemplate your life choices. Then into the first braking zone, just after the 100 metres. Obviously you're trying to get as much of the car over to the left as you can. Your front right tyre on the white line. Nice voice crack, cool. And then trying to really hook your right tyre here on this curb. It is a bit slippery, so be careful. And then short shift to fifth, try and again hook your left tyre just over the red and white curb to try and rotate the car around. Then on the power as soon as possible, you can go out a bit wider, and then it's about pulling the car back around the inside, maximum throttle into 7th gear, trying to hold as tight a steering angle as possible to minimise running out wide, because that can cost you up to a 10th. And then as you keep the run up here, as you can see, we're going to set so we did a flat in sector 1, so that's not great, but it's not awful. Hard on the brakes here, trying to hook the front right tyre on the curb, keep it as tight as possible. Here, I don't go, I keep it in 5th. You can afford to go down to 4th or even 3rd for the extra rotation, but it's not essential. It's basically just trying to slow the car down as much as possible and get on the power as soon as possible. Obviously, because it's grass here, it's very easy to run out wide and completely ruin your lap. So you've got to try and keep it in the throttle. You can, like this is probably as wide as I would recommend any of you running. And then on the throttle as soon as possible. Another slightly tricky braking zone. Down into, I believe I go to 2nd gear here. I'm not entirely too sure, yeah. Into 2nd, just to keep the car rotated. Get as close to the apex. Into 3rd, on the power as soon as possible, trying to straighten the wheel, maximise your exit speed. Then here we go, hard on the brakes. I've let this just play out in full because I think it's good that you see it at full speed before I actually look at it in slow-mo, because it's such a disgusting corner. So you're going through here into the chicane, you're braking down into 4th, then you're trying to get that left tyre again onto this green area here. Incredibly easy to spin the car. Look how early we've short shift to 5th. We're trying to maximise that speed through the corner. And then again, we probably could have gained some more time if we'd kept the tyre on here for longer. But obviously we've started to take out some steering lock, probably a bit early. But then we're going to try and maximise our exit speed. We get a bit of a wobble on there. That's going to have cost us probably about half a tenth, but it is what it is. You just got to try and straighten the car up as quickly as possible. This is incredibly easy to spin off this curb here. So at all costs, try and straighten the wheel and maximise your grip and traction off of this corner. So as you can see, on the power as soon as possible. This is an incredibly tricky corner. This flat, quote-unquote, right-hander. Now here, I've let that play out at half speed. Using this is the quickest way to go around the corner. However, if you did the entire corner like this, where is it here, you will spin the car because this red and white curb is incredibly slippery. If you want to be safer, you can do the entire corner not on the curb. You're slightly more likely to get oversteer mid-corner, but I guarantee you will not spin anywhere near as much if you don't use the curb. So I'd recommend not using that inside curb and keeping it in 6th gear until you're through and then going up to 7th. Then another long straight into the hard braking zone, going into 2nd gear for this corner because you don't actually need to slow down as much as you think. Just trying to aim for the apex. You can actually use this inside curb. It will help the car. Give it a bit more rotation. Short shift to 3rd. On the power as soon as possible. Don't run out. It's not worth it. Up into 5th gear here. Hard on the brakes. Using this inside curb. Try and keep as close as possible. Don't touch it. Literally, there's no need to touch it at all. Just keep as close to it as possible. In 4th gear, half throttle on the power as soon as possible. As soon as you feel the traction, just absolutely full beans. Here, you keep it in 5th, then down to 4th. Let the car just go around the corner here as smoothly as possible. Hard on the brakes into 2nd. Incredibly challenging bit of the track here because these curbs will bounce. You want to use this here. That's about as much as you can get away with there. If I go back to here. Oh, what am I doing? Yeah, so you want to beat car, try and straighten it up, then pretty quickly go to the left, brake, into 2nd, use the inside curb, just hook it up there nice and gently in 3rd gear, then switch back round to the right hand side, then it's half throttle, and now it's just about, you can afford to use this, just make sure you don't run out wide, then it's just absolutely full power. No need to keep it tight, you can just, quickest way to the line, and obviously that lap was a 14 flat 5.4, so that's a pretty respectable lap time. I think it was like 130th or something, so it's a pretty solid base for a lap time for you guys. Yeah, I hope this is helpful to you, Maxwell and Stevo. I'm pretty sure the 2 people are going to be watching this. Yeah, sorry again about ditching you for Red Bull. Yeah, I just wanted to go to Elite really. But yeah, hope you enjoyed.